day, so November 6th, 2021, the day of this incident, where were you staying at that night in Los Angeles?
Staying at the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood.
And that evening, did you have any plans to meet up with the defendant at all?
No, I haven't spoken to him in months, probably prior to that. I texted him, but he never answered me back.
You mentioned in your earlier answer that there was this event called Complex Concert going on that weekend, correct?
Yes.
And I believe you said the defendant was actually performing at that concert series, correct?
Yeah.
Did you have plans to go with the defendant to Complex Con?
No. I wasn't on that jet. I didn't get no phone call, so why would I, you know what I mean?
So,
it sounds like
that's, I guess, what I'm asking you to explain. As far as Complex Con, you had no plans to go there, and certainly not to go with him, correct? Did you have plans to go with Ills or with 12?
No.
What was your business in Los Angeles at that time?
Working with my artists.
And if you can recall, what are the hours that you're working with your artists?
Oh, I booked pretty much all day sessions. We was finishing up a mixtape for, I believe one of these labels wanted me to like show them like something like better than, because I had a couple songs, so they just wanted to see like a compilation of the work that I'm doing.
Okay. How long? You're saying hours, but how many hours would these sessions be?
I don't know. I would be in and out. I would never stay in the studio that long.
Okay.
I was looking for the artist.
At around 9:23 that evening, did you receive a series of calls and text messages from the defendant, Ills, and 12B?
Oh yeah.
At the time that you were receiving those communications, what were you doing?
I was sleeping.
It was late night, so that is not me typing.
My next exhibit, Your Honor.
It's not me.
It is a single photograph, a screenshot of a call log.
He didn't text me. That's tough. Poor Relli.
Your Honor, you approach.
No. Let me see.
Dang, Joe said hell nah. Only another push.
I'm going to show him that.
Right.
I'm going to show it to you. You recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And what is this?
This is my whole house.
And is this a photograph that you specifically took? Like a screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is reflected in your call log here?
What do you mean?
Okay, all these numbers are in red. Does that mean anything to you?
Miss Cole?
And who were the people that you were missing calls from starting at the top of the page?
Rocky. That's a larger number. That's 12B, 12B. Elijah, Rocky.
Okay. And did you receive those missed calls kind of in quick succession? Meaning like right after each other?
I don't know. I woke up to a FaceTime call from Rocky. So then after I noticed I had all those missed calls, I didn't even like wake up and notice the calls.
Prior to you waking up, did you receive any text messages from the defendant?
Wake up.
So You say you received a bunch of missed calls while you were asleep. You woke up, you answered your phone, talked to him, and then you kind of went back and looked at your phone afterwards. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And that's when you saw you had a bunch of missed calls from him and Elijah at 12. Did you also have text messages from him?
Yeah.
We mark my next turn 13. If I may approach with people's 13 now. This, you recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And just in general, what is this photograph?
This is a screenshot.
Of your phone?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Rocky's text message. Yes.
And is this screenshots, text messages that you received from him that day?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You said yes?
Yes.
Sorry. Every time you say that, or he's going to
Just a
ask
little
you.
nervous.
Yeah, but if you can, try to say yes or no.
Yes.
So there are 3 messages at the top that are in gray. Are those from you or are those from the defendant?
That's from Rocky.
And if you would read them one after another, what do they say?
Where you at? Question mark. Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls.
Okay. Thank you.
Nah, that's not as incriminating as they would think.
Yeah. When he texted you, specifically the phrase, let's get to it, did you know what he was referring to?
I mean, I had kind of an idea that he wanted to probably fight or something, or just argue or something. I don't know.
What gave you that idea?
The day before his conversation.
So you still have that conversation that he had with Jabari in your head at the time you read that text message?
Yeah, that conversation spoke volumes because I never heard him talk like that. And over the whole, many years I know him, I told him a bunch of times, if you ever had a problem with me, let me know, because shit's not adding up.
Okay. When you said that you thought he wanted to fight you, what do you specifically mean by that phrase, fight you?
What do you mean by that?
Do you mean physical violence? Do you mean an argument? What do you
Like an argument, maybe like a physical, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
Objection calls for
Did,
speculation.
at that point, were you wanting
He doesn't
to
know.
have a physical fight with him?
No.
What's he gonna say? Yeah. What is he gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna go out there and I was gonna beat his ass. We'll keep it going. Thank y'all for the
Those text
super chat.
messages that you read from him, when you read those, did you perceive those to be aggressive towards you?
Yeah.
Now, you said also when you woke up, you talked to him on FaceTime, correct?
Yeah.
What was your conversation with him about?
He was just more so like, okay, so he was like, where you at? And I'm like, huh? And then he's like, where are you? Like, kind of like broke down. And I'm like, instantly, I don't know, for some reason, I just told him the W. You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, you're not. That's a bum ass hotel. So I'm like, and then he's like, show me where you at. So then got up to bed and I kind of, the Lowe's Hotel is on Hollywood. The W is in Hollywood. So everything kind of looked the same. So when I showed him outside, I think that was good enough to the point he believed I was at the W.
Okay. When you said you received this call, were you fully awake even when you started talking to him?
No, I was still asleep, kind of.
And you said he first asked you where are you at, and you said, I think you said
Yeah, I said
and then you said he broke it down where you at.
No, where are you? Like, where you at? Where are you? Like, kind of like with force the second time. Like,
okay, that was even my question. What was his tone of voice when he said, where are you?
okay, so the first one was like kind of regular. After I said or whatever. The second one was just like, wait, like, you know, it was a problem. Like, where are you? Like, where you at? Like, you know what I mean?
And
No, we don't know what you mean.
you said that after you told him you were staying at the W, he called your room a bum-ass room.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I guess it's what they look like the W.
Like not as nice?
I don't know.
How did you receive it?
Getting pretty, like, I was still sleeping. I didn't care. I just wanted to show him outside the window, just figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Are we gonna link up? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the purpose of this call?
At the moment you're talking to him, did you have any idea why you wanted to meet up with you?
No.
Okay, you said you showed him Hollywood Boulevard outside of your hotel. What was the next thing that happened in your phone call after that?
I think he said he'd be right there. And then that's when I text Elijah, like, because then I'm looking at my phone and I'm noticing I got all these text messages. And like I said, Jamel text me too and called me, but I don't like like that. So I like ills. I know ills, you know what I mean? So text ills. I'm like, what's going on? Pretty much.
Hold on.
I don't remember exactly what I said from that day because it was 3 years ago, but I hit ills to like kind of confirm like what's going on.
Yeah, and that's fine. At that point, did you know that 12B and Ills were with the defendant?
What do you mean? Like,
did you know that
come in
and work together?
Like, come to link me?
No, I mean in general.
Oh yeah, because it was on the plane.
Okay. And so when you received the messages from Ills and from 12B, you understood at that time that they were with the defendant, correct?
Yeah.
After your conversation let me clarify, when you say you're on FaceTime, was that FaceTime that also had video associated with it?
Yes.
So he could see you through the phone, correct?
Yes.
After your conversation with him, did the two of you make plans to meet up?
I mean, I didn't really make plans. It was kind of like,
What?
like
It's a simple question.
And I wanted to, I thought we were just going to talk and like really hash things out. Because this happened before, not like this, but like where we talk shit out, you know what I mean? And like I said, I call him Mr. 6 Month Man. I haven't seen him in a very long time. So maybe he hasn't read the room, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah.
You said in the past when you had problems with him, you felt comfortable just expressing that to him verbally and talking to him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And was that sort of something that had happened on multiple occasions where the two of you would talk and work out your problems verbally?
And I'm going to ask the leading for help a little bit, please. That question.
We can
Can you say that again, please?
Was that something that had happened multiple times where the two of you would talk and work out your problems, or was that something that only happened once before?
I mean, if we worked out our problems, we wouldn't be here. So this was an ongoing thing of just like open and injury, even though like promises or anything, you know what I mean? But I didn't care really. I was always working towards my goals at the end of the day, what I want to do.
Sure.
That's the situation.
I guess what I'm trying to listen or ask you about is, have you had problems in your relationship with the defendant prior to this?
I wouldn't say problem. I don't know. Me personally, I never had a problem with him, but I don't.
Oh no! Now
Stop
see,
the cap.
this is where he's lying. We know for a fact that. Why is he lying, dude? We know for a fact that Relli was talking trash and upset with ASAP Rocky for not paying for the funeral, allegedly, which he found out later on and looked dumb that he actually did pay for the funeral. So again, he's lying here. He did have an issue with ASAP Rocky. Boy, Joe is going to have a field day with this clown.
I think he had a problem with me.
Okay. You say, I think the words that you used to describe what
No, I actually do know he had a problem with me because
Come on, Relli.
in the text message, he says that I got him cut, like I let him get cut. And that happened years, a year or something. So that means you're holding on a grudge and something I didn't even had nothing to do with.
Okay, we'll get there. Hold on.
I feel like that was our whole relationship, like just
Whole
weird
relationship.
grudges. Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Are you saying that you felt like he had a problem with you, but you didn't have a problem with him? Is
Yeah,
that?
no, of course I didn't have a problem with him.
But you had sent him messages in the past where you had expressed,
Exactly.
your disappointment. You already said that, right?
Yeah.
So there
And I
was
think we have those text messages. The text messages, I always still, like, how you say it, like, complimenting him or picked him up for his success. At the same time, like, you're doing bad.
Okay.
But in the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you. I probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, like I don't know, some, but I never really got responses back from him.
I'm trying to understand, if you can, what your state of mind is as you're going to this meeting with him, or as you said, to link up with him.
My state of mind?
Yes.
I was feeling real confident because, like I said, I don't think he read the room. I'm doing really good for myself, so I felt like this is a time for me and him to like actually come to common grounds and be like, fuck the bullshit, you know what I mean? Because what are we doing here? Like, you talk to everybody else like that. You're not talking to me like that, nor am I accepting of this, you know what I mean?
When you say read the room,
Dang, he said, you ain't talking to me like that.
Like, you talk to everybody else like that. You're not talking to me like that, nor am I accepting of this, you know what I mean?
when you say read the room, what do you mean by that phrase?
Because why would you do what you did if you're not I say read the room is because like you're not reading the room, like you're not knowing who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking you could just he knows of me, but he didn't know what I was up to. So you're probably thinking I'm a bum or I'm not like this person, somebody you could just have your way with.
Did you feel personally like your music career was becoming more successful?
Yeah, for sure. I was going in and out of the label meetings.
Would you say at that point that was essentially the height of your career in the music business?
Dang.
Have you been more
Yeah.
successful? Okay.
He said he's
In the music industry, yeah. Yeah, I was at my highest I ever been because I finally figured it out. I figured out how to make money back into everything. So I made my own way.
Sorry, and I don't mean to talk over you.
He said, did you fall off, Mr. Relli? Dang. Yo, this was just a couple of years ago. He's saying his career's over. Yo, that's wild. Did you fall off, sir? You struggling now? You know, the game didn't go your way.
You said that going into this meeting, you were confident. Is that what you mean by?
It wasn't even a meeting. I wouldn't even call it a meeting. It was just like I'm linking up
touching the
around.
shirt.
I haven't seen the dude in dumb long.
Yeah.
Like anytime you want,
Like he
like
touching his
you're
shirt.
gonna go link him. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't see the dude.
What does that phrase "link with him" mean to you? Are you saying something less, more informal than
Like if, for instance, if we had a problem, I felt like it could have been hashed out the moment he seen me. But instead, it was like we got nasty. You know?
Then why'd you grab him, bro? Like, you're the one that grabbed him. I guess he said he wasn't going to talk to him like that. So maybe Rocky walked by and said, you a bitch. And then he grabbed him. Who knows?
What I mean? Like He didn't read the room. He didn't take a second to think.
What is he talking about?
Where is it specifically that you ultimately linked up with?
Well, when I was walking from Lowe's, because it's kind of far away, I was texting Elijah, and then I told him I'm like next to Trader Joe's or something because I know the area of the W. So then when I don't really know the streets, so the top of where the W is at, I just instead of being on the side of the W, I cross the street for some reason, and then I see Rocky walking. Well, I don't see him yet. Walking down the block, then I hear him. I hear him first before I even see him. He has a hoodie on.
Okay. Is there any kind of landmark in the area that where you ultimately linked up with him?
What do you mean?
Meaning, you're saying I don't remember what the streets were called. That's okay, but was there something on the street where you met him that you could say we were outside of this?
Oh, it was directly across from the entrance way of the W. Like, there's a parking lot, like where we stopped at. Kind of.
I'm going to mark my next one, Your Honor.
14.
Mr. F, I'm showing you he was 14. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah.
And do you see the entrance of the parking lot that you were talking about?
Yeah, so I was walking like right here.
There's a pointer. You see a wooden pointer anywhere?
So I was walking on this block, coming straight here, and then he was like somewhere right here, and then I heard him. You want me to check what out?
Well, I'm just asking, do you recognize this area?
Oh yeah.
And is that specifically the parking lot that you met him in
We'll
front
get
of?
into the legal side of
Yeah.
things here shortly.
All right.
Thank you to everyone who liked the video. We're at 100%, 120% likes right now. Thank you. 110%.
You said you don't know the streets in that area very well, but did you know where Hollywood Boulevard was?
Yeah.
And were you at all close to Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes, the main like strip, I believe.
Would that have been like directly above where you met him?
Above.
All right, I'm going to show you number 2, where Hollywood Boulevard is labeled here at the top. You see that?
You see what now?
Is the screen in front of you working? Just so you don't have to turn around.
No, it's not.
Screen wasn't working all day yesterday. Oh, he's sweating. Oh, no.
Okay.
Hey, y'all don't realize this. Capping is hard work, all right? Y'all see that boy sweating. Somebody get him some water. Man, they were taking care of him here in Fulton County. This boy up here sweating. Sheesh. Somebody help him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't return my
Along the
calls.
top of this page, I know there's a lot going on here, but
Being on that stand is right. I get
do
it.
you recognize this to be Hollywood Boulevard at the top?
I'm not from LA, so
Okay.
I wouldn't
Crazy.
but that's how we Boulevard.
Let's go to People's Exhibit 2. This is clearly marked there.
Oh
Hollywood
yeah,
Boulevard.
yo.
Sorry, People's One. Thank you.
Dang.
The street that you came down was next to the W Hotel, correct? I know it's not marked on here, but
Yeah, where's the hotel?
did you come down the street that was right next to the W Hotel?
Yes.
And you came from Hollywood Boulevard down the street?
Yeah. Because I traveled from Lowe's. So I took out Hollywood Boulevard.
Did you walk pretty much Hollywood Boulevard the entire way?
Yeah.
And you said then at the W, then you turned and came down the street next to the.
Yeah, Argyle.
Okay. If you don't remember the name of the street, that's fine. Just you can tell us by the landmark. But what you're saying is you came Hollywood Boulevard to the W, and then you turned down a small street that was next to the W.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
And I believe you said in your prior answer that the street that you were on had the entrance to the valet area of the W, correct?
No, I wasn't on the side of the W.
No, I'm saying that street is where you would enter the W Hotel.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And, but you said you were specifically on the other side of the street from the W.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the parking garage. You described it before on People's 14, coming this way, so from the lower left-hand corner towards the top right-hand corner of the page in that direction on the sidewalk here, correct?
Yes.
So would the W have been on the opposite side of the street?
Get a break in the side.
And as you were walking down that street, what was the next thing that you remember that caught your attention?
I didn't see nobody. I heard Rocky though. I heard him say, "What now, pussy?" But it's been so long, so what now, pussy, or what now? Something along the lines of that. Like he was like, "What now?"
And what was his tone of voice?
Oh, he was loud. Like that's what caught my attention. And then I seen Elijah, and then Jamel, and then that's when I'm walking. Like, cause I was continuing walking. I wasn't like stopping or waiting around anywhere. I was already walking. They was already there. So
Where?
I guess they was already on Argyle. Because they was calling me still. Elijah was calling me to see where I'm at. Mind you, I was far. That hotel's far. So when I got there, I'm walking down the block. I wasn't like waiting, calling him or anything. I'm still en route, pretty much. So I hear him as I'm en route still. And then that's when we meet up and then we see the altercation.
But you're saying the first thing that caught your attention was his voice, correct?
Yeah.
Saying, "What now, pussy?"
Yeah, when I pussy.
And it was loud.
Yeah.
Was it aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay, after that, hearing that, did you see him?
Yeah, truthfully, it was all like a movie. It was like literally
How
like
so?
a movie.
Explain that.
Just the way he was walking, the whole thing, like the hoodie, like it would just caught me off guard. You know what I mean? Like it was no time to talk, no time for nothing.
Right. These people don't know what you're talking about with the hoodie, though. Can you explain what you mean when you say with the hoodie?
Oh, because he had a hoodie on.
Up over his head?
Yeah.
Okay. And was he walking straight towards you?
Yeah.
Was, you said Ills and 12 were with him. How close were they to him?
Oh, they was right behind him.
Were they facing you too?
My eyes was on Rocky at that point. Like when he said, "What now, pussy?" I was like, he's right there.